the show that we're doing it has levels to it, and I think that like obviously comedy is going different directions now, especially like it's not just comedy. There's some drama, there's some heartfelt stuff. I really do hope that people want to see Tracy in this new kind of mode because there's just different things that he's trying to bring to the performance.
Working with Jorma was amazing. It's super fun. He's like one of the best directors I've worked with so far. We had a lot of fun. He's very funny. When I was having moments of like, what am I doing here? I don't understand. He always, it's like, yo, this is what you're gonna do. Like he's really great at giving direction.
He was magical. The stuff that he added onto the set and just the energy and just the ideas he would come up with on the spot really took it to another level. And he set the tone for what people see for the entire season. So incredible, incredible, incredible director.
Tracy, what's your process when you're building a character like this one? Do you improvise?
Well, me and Tiffany would just talk about that. In order to get our character that we choose, we make a choice. And to get it close to what's on the page, we were just talking about that. You have to create a backstory. So in all our characters, how did we get here? Well, why are you so fucked up? What happened to you? You got to create that story in your mind. So when you portraying a character, you feeling it, like you emotionally, you attached to this character. So it comes off the page and it's real. And you do that just by creating a backstory in your mind. What happened to you when you was younger? Why are you here? Why are you who you are? What happened? I went to prison. So in my mind, you don't see it on the screen, but the shit I went through in prison. The shit I went through in prison made me who I am. My first couple of years, I might have had some fights and shit, and then some old timer, Billy C. You see that later on, grabbed me, snatched me up in the yard, and said, yo, young blood, that's the OG in him. That's the OG. That's the older person in your life that snatch you up and give you guidance. That's what the Last O.G. is about, guidance. That person in your life that's going to keep you from going down the wrong road. You know, that's what the Last O.G. stands for. But you got to listen.
What about you, Tiffany?
What about me?
Take it wherever you want. How do you build a character?
Oh, how I build characters is like Tracy said, I like to think of where they come from. Like any character that I play, in anything you've ever seen me in, I have already written a whole nother movie for them, like a whole nother story. So like playing Shannon, I thought to myself, okay, who is Shannon? Why is she like this? Why is she like wanting to protect her children? Well, because she came from a not great background. Her mama probably was on crack. She didn't know her daddy. You know, Trey went to jail. She was pregnant, trying to let him know, look, I'm about to have this baby. But then he left me. Okay, maybe I came to visit him and he didn't want me there and he told me not to come see him in jail no more, or he didn't or maybe I couldn't see him. Maybe I didn't have no transportation. Then I ended up homeless, right? This in my mind, this what happened to Shannon, okay?
The whole deal.
Shannon ended up
Tell
homeless,
you the whole background.
pregnant with 2 kids. Like, what am I gonna do? Then she was staying at the homeless shelter. Then she met her future husband, right?
But you was
he
mad at
there
me
in the
before you met
Al-Anon.
Josh.
Like, he was on some drug stuff, getting his life together. And while they was getting their lives together, they fell in love. And then he helped her raise her 2 little black babies. And they had a happy situation. And she became the philanthropist and the fashion designer she always wanted to be. And then here come Trey trying to mess it up.
You got to do that. That's where, we would be on set. We would be on set with certain scenes. And she was like really, really angry with me.
No, it's called
Wait a minute, we're acting. And then like the sisters on the set had to go, well, see, man, it was like became a real thing. See, mad at you. You left her with the jail. Wait a minute. I'm Tracy Morgan. What are y'all talking about? I mean, they was sitting outside my trailer with pots and pans ready to whoop my ass. I did nothing to you.
Wait, no, you remember that one? Like, okay, so they had wrote in the script that I'm supposed to be like yelling at him, telling him to get out of my house, right? So look, this is my chance to vent. Like, oh, I get to let some stuff off my chest from way back in the day. So, cause I'm a method actress. So I took some stuff from back in the day and brought it to the scene. And in the middle of it, Tracy's like, hey, you're not going to be talking to me like that. This disrespect.
Yeah,
not in front of the kids. You're not fit. I'm like, it's in the script, though. I'm saying everything in the script. No, you're not going to be yelling at me like that.
And then I would just be like, back to 1, guys.
He was throwing yellow flags on.
Because when I get angry, I guess it's so real. Even when I'm acting, it feels like something might happen.
I want to take questions from the audience. Before I do that really fast, I was hoping maybe we could make some news here, Tiffany. You were just at the Oscars 8 nights ago as a presenter. And
That was fun. It was really fun.
And there was a social media campaign that was afoot to get you to host the Oscars next year. Is that something you'd be interested in doing?
Do it.
I would definitely, look, in my mind, Maya and we auditioned for the ultimate job. Because I thought we was getting paid for that presentation thing. And then I found out we didn't get paid. Then I was like, well, I heard about gift bags. And then they was like, we don't got no gift bags. And then I was like, well, what do I get? And they was like, we got a bottle of wine. It's like $13. So I had to buy the wine. At the end of the day, I would love to do something like that. That would be a dream come true. I know my father would be extremely proud if I got to do that, as long as I got a paycheck. I would do it. I would do it as long as it come with a paycheck. Maybe Jorma can direct it. You know what I'm saying? We can do some musicals and stuff. We can have it popping. As long as we get paychecks, right?
I would do it for free.
You do it for free?
That's an Oscar.
For you, yeah.
For me, you do it for free?
Yeah, I would do it.
Well, I got some other ideas, you know.
Yes, please, ask your question.
Hi, my name is Heather McKinney, and I'm a comedian from Dallas, and the three of you are comedy icons, for me personally, and definitely for everyone in the room. I just wanted to ask what comedian or filmmaker or actor made you look at the screen and say, I want to do that?
Well, wait. First of all, I want to thank you for saying the word comedian and not saying the word comic. It's a difference.
That's true.
Boo, when you say the word comic, that means you're on your way in or your way out. You're a comedian, and I always say I'm a comedian. And you saying as far as picking roles?
Well, as far as when you were younger, before you
Or
started.
if it scared me, then I'm doing it.
Well,
if it scared me,
you're in?
I'm doing it.
I love it.
And if it's affiliated with comedy, I'm doing it.
That's who, as a comedian or an actor, like Richard Pryor or someone that you looked at and said, I want that job.
Inspiration you're talking about?
Inspirational.
Who inspires you?
Yeah.
Anyone with a sense of humor.
Well, no, but Tracy, though, like for this show, like you mentioned the honeymooners many times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
You've mentioned the honeymooners many times.
Oh, Jackie, there's a part, as you'll see later on, where me and Tiffany are together, and I look at her and say, baby, you're the greatest. Nowhere to get, where did you, what inspired you to do comedy from the gate?
You're one of
So
my
then
huge...
that's where it is. Your inspiration is right in front of you right now, boo.
That's right. I love you.
Can I
It's
tell you
funny.
what my inspiration
Please,
was?
yes, please.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit was my inspiration. To see that white rabbit go through all that shit and still be happy and still want other people to be happy. I mean, his woman was cheating on him, playing patty cake with other people. His town was getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? He got the judge on his back. I was like, this white rabbit is a black man in a white rabbit's body. Like, for him to still want everybody to laugh and bring joy, I was like, that's what I want to do. And then there was this scene in the movie, and if you ever heard me do an interview, you heard me talk about this. The scene in the movie where the detective says to the rabbit, why are all these people doing these nice things for you? And he says, because I make them laugh, Eddie. If you make people laugh, they'll do anything for you. And at that time in my life, feeling like nobody cared about me, I felt like I was alone in the world. And I was taking care of my brothers and sisters, and that's all I had. And then to hear that man say that, and that rabbit say that, I was like, yeah, that's how I'm gonna make friends. I'm gonna make people laugh, and that's how I'm gonna get these kids to do my homework for me and share lunch. And it worked. And look at me now. Thank you, Roger Rabbit. Thank you,
There
Charles
you go.
Fleischer.
Your inspiration. Stay funny, boo.
Thank you.
Pee Wee Herman.
Hi.
For
Pee Wee
me.
Herman.
So first, I just wanted to say, Tiffany, ever since I first seen you, you're just such an inspiration, and I love your candor in discussing your past and the struggle, as well as the successes. And my girlfriend and I loved seeing you bring back that SNL dress to the Oscars.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it again too. Watch.
Yeah. So my question is, as you are constructing this show, right now it's another moment in the big dialogue of how these different cultures are clashing throughout the country. And there's a lot of dialogue going on. And I know a number of shows are kind of playing with it in a way where they have the characters dealing with the real world issues going on and discussing that. And I'm kind of wondering if that is a direction that you all are planning to go on, or you plan to kind of keep it in the vacuum of the events of the show and have the characters grow through it that way.
What was that question?
So,
That's
like,
a
are you
long
planning
fucking
on,
question,
sorry.
buddy.
Summary, are you planning on using real world events to have the characters discuss? Similar
Did
to
you
how
see the show?
Yeah, I mean,
Did
so
you see the motherfucking show?
Yeah, you started off
Of
with...
course, that's what we do. We tell the truth on the show. Everybody ain't good to identify and relate with every character in this motherfucker.
So are you asking, like, are we going to be talking about Trump? Are we going to be talking about welfare issues or North Korea?
Of course.
No. We're going to be talking about the stuff people deal with every single day in their own home. That's what
where it all come from. That shit y'all can deal with. Y'all can identify and relate with that shit.
So we talking about Beyonce and all that.
We ain't talking about no Beyonce on my TV.
Next question. Let's try to get
Jay-Z just got hit by Solange. I got hit by a Walmart truck.
Question, please.
Right,
Make it
okay.
a concise question for these
Okay.
guys.
So my question is going to be about the writing and getting that approved. So seeing the dialogue on the screen, lack of a better word, you got away with some real nigga shit on there. So getting that approved, was there any pushback? Was there anything like, no,
Well, that
that's
was the
a little
reason
too
why I
black?
chose TBS. That's why I chose a place, a home, the right home for my idea. Because I wanted to use these fucking words we use every day. Because that's how the fuck we talk in our community. So we wanted that authenticity.
Yeah, I mean, we did have to thin it out a little bit.
Oh, it was crazy in what the fuck y'all heard.
There was more. There was more.
Were there other networks that were afraid of the material and that weren't going to let you tell the story in the way that you wanted it?
No, yeah, but that was one of the things that I said to TBS. I want to do the show that I want to do, and they allowed it. And I said, if I can't do the show that I want to do, then I'm not doing it. And they're allowing me, and that's why I love TBS and Brett and everybody at TBS, because they're allowing us and they're giving us the freedom to do the things that we want. And I promised that my cast and my director and my showrunner, I will fight any war for you. I will fight any war for you. And they know that I mean that. I've made calls on behalf because we want to do what we want to do. We want to have that freedom. It's important to us.
Thank you,
You're
Trey.
welcome. Now, I'm not going to take no knee on the sideline or nothing.
Yes, what's your question?
Hi, my name's Nico, NYU film student. My question is, I know that this show was developed around the same time that Jordan Peele was developing Get Out. I want to know if Get Out influenced the development of The Last O.G. or vice versa at all.
No.
That's the short answer.
He had finished Get Out already.
Yeah, and no, this was something that was just a separate thing. Obviously, like, there's amazing themes that and very important themes that Jordan is dealing with, and I think for both Tracy and I don't want to speak for you, obviously, but that have made their way into this show, sort of thing, like of race and inequality and but no, they're separate things.
Two different programs, boo.
Yes, your question?
Hi, first and foremost, I absolutely love this project. I'm from Lamert Park, Crenshaw.
Hey, she ready.
Yes.
I'm from the Crenshaw Manor myself. You know, they changed the name of the hood. White people moved
54th
in.
and Crenshaw.
Yeah, 54th and Western, boo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
now Coliseum and Crenshaw. But anyways, continue.
Yes.
She's just giving her address to everyone.
37-7.
Oh, no.
I just want to say, I'm an aspiring comedian, and, this is my life as, our area is being gentrified rapidly. And I just wanted your advice or your perspective on how did you hone your voice and get confidence in being who you are, like where we come from?
Don't ever be afraid of who you are, because who you are is probably the reflection of a majority of society. And the thing, like, because people, especially as a woman, there's going to be a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't talk like that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. When people say you shouldn't to me, especially more than 4, I'm like, I think I should. I think I should, because it's obviously resonated. It made you want to say something to me about it, so it touched your soul in some kind of way. And also, always remember this too. It's so much work being fake. It is the most tiring thing in the world. And as a female comic, you will meet a lot of other female comedians and males that are bitter as fuck. And you know why? Because they've been fake for so long. It is hard work being fake, but it is amazing being yourself. And when you are yourself, it is so much more refreshing.
You know what she's talking about?
So much easier.
What she's saying is freedom.
Yeah.
You know what freedom is? No fear. Be yourself.
Yeah. So get on stage as much as possible. Always write every single day. If you can just give 10 minutes every day to writing something new about an experience you had, and never be afraid to try new things, because that's where you're going to get the best material. I promise you. Try new things. That's why I got on Groupon. I'm on Groupon all the time. I do new shit every week. New shit.
You good.
Have new experiences.
You're going to be great. You hear me?
I promise you.
Come here.
It's going to change your life.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me some.
Tracy, you married. Leave that girl alone.
You're going to be great. You're going to be great, okay? You're going to be great. If she could do it, you could do it, Ma. Y'all from the same block.
Yeah.
The same block.
You Habesha?
Right there.
No.
Tiff, touch her, Tiff. Give her some love, Tiff. She need it, Tiff. Give her some love, Tiff.
Give her some of this unicorn.
Gonna be fine.
Just be you. It's scary sometimes because you're afraid people gonna hate on you, and they will. They will hate. But you know what? You got to think of it like this. When somebody hating on you, you made them feel something. You did your job. You did your job. Like,
and you could change their mind too. You could change their mind.
Fuck their minds. You did your job.
Change their mind.
Your job is to make people feel. As a performer, that's your job. So I don't give a fuck what you feel, as long as you felt something. I win.
We have time for one last question. Make it a good one.
Shoot.
It's not great, but all 4 of you, I mean all 3 of you on stage have created comedy in a lot of ways, and that has inspired me and my guy, and we want to write comedy. So I just want to ask, what is y'all's process like when you sit down and you try to write something and make something new for people?
For me, when I'm on stage, I just like to tell the truth. There's truth in my stand-up. As long as I'm telling the truth, I don't got to defend it. Because the truth, everybody in here could identify and relate with it on one level or another.
Mm-hmm.
One level or another. We all been through it. Everybody put their pants on one leg at a time every fucking morning, just like me.
Yep.
There's no different. Just stay grounded. If you become big, just stay grounded. Only one thing gonna keep you grounded, that's your family.
Also think about this when you write. What turns you on? What makes your heart pound? What feels good to you? Because if it feels good to you, it'll probably feel good to about 150 to 3,000, maybe 10,000 more people. So whatever is interesting to you, start writing that. That is.
Or really make fun of what pisses you the fuck off.
That too. That too. Jorma?
I just look at old Monty Pythons and rip them off. You know what I mean?
That's what we're going to make a lot of.
Thank you all so much for coming. Yeah. Remember to vote.
Yo, whoa. My boy Alan, yo, Al.
Al
where you at, Al? Y'all see Alan? He's
playing
dual characters. You'll see later on in the season, he plays dual characters.
Yeah,
They're distinctive.
Talking to him, Trey.
You can tell.
Word.
I just like his method. I like your method on how you approach it.
Appreciate it, kid. Appreciate it.
I mean, before Jorma says action, Me and him are backstage already in the moment, arguing.
Yeah,
about
we
shit.
barking at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
We don't even hear
Well,
him
in
say
that
action, we
moment,
just
stay
go.
in the moment.
Honestly, I wanted to see how long they could go for, and there was like a 3-minute stretch of like, these motherfuckers. I was like, yeah. It was excellent. It was one of my favorite days on set.
I really want to hear her question because she looked like she got a good one.
Okay.
I
And
know
then
that
I just want to say one last thing
but I
before we
really
wrap.
wanna-
That's way too much to live up to. Thanks for staying for questions. My name's Miriam. I'm a musician from Houston. Okay,
Beyonce.
I wish, man. What I wanted to ask you, so the show, obviously, it's hilarious, but it talks about some really serious things. How do you feel about whether people can interpret these stories and really internalize like what's going on better with like comedy or horror, like Get Out, as someone mentioned earlier?
Who can I ask?
Yeah.
The truth is the truth. I just said it.
All right, sure.
You mean to
But
tell
people's
me?
response to it, like what do you think?
Well,
is
that's
the
not
power
our
of them?
business.
Okay.
I personally think
we
that
just
like
do the work.
Yeah, I think that we're doing the work, but also we are teaching. I think personally we're teaching something and we're opening up avenues for conversation. And the best way to do that, I think, is through comedy. All my best teachers, every teacher that I remember their names, made me laugh. And I remember every single thing they ever taught me because they made me laugh. And I think through comedy, I think that is the best way to teach, and I think it's the best way to get some information out there. I think it's the best way to start opening people's minds to new things,
It all starts at home.
Yeah.
You could do that on stage, but it all starts at home. And at home is where you learn to learn. You could teach all you want to fucking teach, but if you don't know how to learn, then it don't make sense. It don't matter.
Well,
Your parents is the first
human-
one, the very first people in your life are your
capable of
parents. Your people that will take care of you when you're a baby. They teach you how to learn. Just how to learn.
All of us are capable of that, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
Now, some of us ain't.
It's also the times that we're living
Some
in.
motherfuckers are
It's been
fucked
so this country's gotten so divided that like it's a fantastic way to spread a message is through comedy.
All right.
I knew
You guys,
getting
wait,
involved
Sorry.
with
There's
this
a
project.
group of people outside. They're waiting.
Oh, we gotta go.
We have to
Anyway, I feel very proud to be a part of this. I love you guys.
We love you. Last O.G.
South by
April
Southwest.
3rd,
Don't forget the
10:30, Tuesday night, y'all.